Hello, right, okay, this one's on nets. Nets, what, not the sort of net that goes in a goal or a net that goes fishing with or something. No, this is mathematical nets. And what this is, you take a three-dimensional object, such as a cube, and you lay it out flat. So you can practice this, order something off Amazon, get a box. When the box comes, cut the box up, lay it flat, and see what it looks like. So this one, we will get the bottom of the box, like that. And then you've got the four sides, so we'll do that. There's the four sides. Yeah. And imagine you've got this now, and this is on the floor, and we're folding it up, and the only bit we're missing is the lid, the top of the box. So it doesn't matter where you put this, but we'll just put it up there, yeah? So if you have the bottom and sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, you fold them up, and when you get to the top, you just fold that over the top, and you've got the cube, the box of a cube. And what we're going to have to do with these nets, sometimes they do questions where they will give you a random shape. And sometimes it doesn't get too complicated with nets when you have to draw them, but then you have to identify which net matches which shape, that sort of thing. So you will get a shape, and we'll say it's a, we'll make it into a cuboid. Ooh. And to be fair, we'll just say 1 square equals 1 centimeter. Yeah, then we'll go, and it will be, oh, here's the shape. Draw it on the squared paper that we've given for you. Yeah, so we'll just let's do 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 5 centimeters. So that's all the measurements you want, because you know that that's 2, that's 2, that's 2, that's 2. So let's try and draw this on the squared paper as we would have to in an exam. So I'm going to just do that so that we know, yeah, we know that we've got the bottom. So we'll do the bottom, which is 2 by 5, yeah? So we'll do that. 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is the bottom, 2 by 5. Now we've got two sides, or no, two square bits, one at this end and one at that end, which is 2 by 2. So we can go 2, there's that one, and then there's that one. And it's usually a cube or a cuboid that you're drawing. Now attached, we've got the left and the right side, so that will be here. And you can practice with boxes, yeah. You only got to do a couple of boxes and you get the hang of it. You can visualize what needs to be going on, yeah. So that we've got the bottom, the two ends, and the two sides, and we need the top, which is again 2 by 5. So we do the top up there, and there you have it. That's how to draw the net of, in this case, a cuboid. Okay, so we did do this. Now this is a different shape. It's a bit big, this, isn't it? A bit big. Wonder whether I can just make it a bit smaller, because we can't see everything. So if I can make it a bit smaller, right? Okay. So which two shapes on the right? Don't forget, you can pause, have a go, and all that kind of stuff. Which two shapes on the right could be the net of a triangle-based pyramid? Remember, we did one of those in the last lesson, a triangle-based pyramid. So we've got a triangle, and we've got to fold everything up so that we get a pyramid. It's got to have four sides, so these all have four sides. I think A is good. There's the base, and if I take these, this bit, and this bit and fold them up together so all these points meet, I will have a triangular base pyramid. So I'm going to go with A there. A square base pyramid is drawn below. It has a base of this and its sides are isosceles triangles and each side has an height of 3. Draw the net. Okay, so again they've done one square is 1 centimetre, which is nice and handy. And remember, an isosceles triangle is where these two sides are the same as each other, and it says it has a height of 3, so that height is 3 there. So let's do the square base first. So that is 2 by 2. Now we've got 4 triangles going to come off of this, and they're going to be 3 high. So there, 1, 2, 3. So I need to draw that and that, and the same that side, that, that. The same at the top. Oh, good job I drew it where I did, otherwise it wouldn't fit on the paper. That and that. Obviously, with a ruler, what have you, it will be not quite so jiggity jaggedy, but that's it. Right. So now we move on to some different shapes. And this is basically just identifying shapes. So if we've done the pyramid, we've done a cuboid and a cube. So the other one we could have is a cylinder. Yeah, and what would this look like if we unraveled it all? So we'd have to cut all the way down there, and this bit, if we cut that and cut the top off and cut the bottom off, yeah, we'd end up with a long bit like that, wouldn't we? That would be the bit that wrapped all the way around. So if I drew cola on there, then I'd know that I'd have cola on there, yeah? So that would be the long bit all the way around. And then I'd have these 2 circles, and they could go anywhere you like. So we just, there's the top, yeah, and there's the bottom. What have we got? And you might have to do, I think we've got some examples of just identifying them. It would be a bit complicated to try and draw this, because we'd need to go back to our area, or you might need to do the circumference equals pi d to work out how long that is, which would be this length here. So we're not going to do that, we just need to identify. I doubt whether they'll ever ask you to do this. So let's have a look at this. So we just, can I go up? Now, the net of a prism has been drawn below. This is a 5-sided prism. So what one is going to be? So it's got to have 2 big pentagons. So this a pentagon. That's a 5-sided shape. So it's got to have 2 pentagons and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. That if you stand this pentagon up out of the paper, and then this would wrap around, all these would wrap around. So we need a 5-sided shape. So this is not going to be that. That's got 6 sides. That's no good. That would be silly because that's like football shape, isn't it? If you had enough of them, so you'd need loads and loads of pentagons there. So we've only got 2, which is this one. Yeah, this one. That's no. So you've got top, bottom, and the 5 bits to go around the outside there. Now, a cylinder has been drawn below. Which diagram, A, B, or C, is the correct net of the cylinder? Now, the top and the bottom, that's the radius, isn't it? So the top and the bottom have got to have a diameter of 8. So this is wrong because these 2 circles are too small. So now we're left with these 2, B or C, and we know we have a thing of 9, yeah? So we need to have some, oh no, look, we've got 9 that way and we've got 9 that way. Now, because the cylinder is stood up, if I cut that, unravel it so that I've got there's my unraveled, and unraveled, this will be the 9 centimeters, and then I have a circle at the top and a circle at the bottom. So turn that through 90 degrees and you see that this one is correct. Yeah, it's C. And I just don't know whether they can have a look at that. I haven't got it all, but there we are. Draw the rectangle, then draw the 2 circular faces along the edge of the rectangle. So this one is where we're being asked to draw it and put all the measurements in. But you wouldn't have to calculate the circumference, because you'd use your compass thing, wouldn't you? You've got a point there and you've got a pencil on there, and you just have to draw something with a radius of 3 centimeters and go round in a big circle. So you don't have to do any more calculations. Yeah. 2 times the radius, circumference, diameter. Oh, they've worked out the area as well. But we know how to work out the area of complex shapes. We've done that before. Right, so that's that one. Nets. Now, we will come back to more nets when in the next lesson, because we're going to look at calculating surface area. So to calculate surface area, you've got to do the area of that, the area of that, the area of that, and all the sides, and add them all up together. So it might be handy just to draw a net of the shape, just to get yourself a picture. So we'll do that in the next one. Worksheet with this, as always. See you in the next one.